Hello everyone and welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about how to get the 20 kill badge or the Legends Wake badge in Season 7 of Apex Legends. So I have a couple of tips here that are definitely going to help you, especially if you are in the 15 kill range or a little bit higher than that. You're definitely going to be able to get this after watching this video. But before we get into the video, I would like to say that about 90% of you guys are not already subbed, so if you can drop a sub, I would really appreciate it, and it would help me out a lot. So let's get right into the video with the first tip. The first tip is definitely going to be looting. And I feel like this is a major problem that a lot of people have when they're going for the 20 bomb, because obviously, you know, it takes a lot of luck. Like, there's obviously a lot of skill involved, but at the same time there's a lot of luck involved because you have to rely on something you can't control, which is the lobby dying. So obviously if the lobby is dying too quick, there are certain games where you're just not going to be able to get it regardless of how good you start. I've had multiple games where I've started out, I've gotten like 6-7 kills off drop, and then I just didn't see anyone until there's like 20 people left. So that's going to happen, and that's unfortunate, but there's definitely ways where you can minimize that from happening and kind of take a little bit of the luck factor out of it, and that's going to be looting. So the major thing a lot of people will do when they're trying, like, they're wondering why they don't get high kill games, and it's because, you know, they'll drop in a safe location and they will loot until they have, like, you know, like a blue shield or like an R9 and, like, you know, solid loot. So like, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to get a 20 kill game, that's just not how you have to play. So the best strategy in my opinion is landing hot, landing where there's other teams, and literally I will grab any weapon that is near me. Like an RE45 and a gray shield and EVA 8 is like enough for me to fight a team. So you're going to want to just get whatever, like, get the essentials. Obviously you're not going to want to be pushing with no shield and a Mozambique, but like, you really just got to get the essentials and things that you can just, you know, kill people with. So sometimes RNG will not be on your side, but you can do some damage with like an RE45 off drop or like an alternator. So don't worry about like looting up, because it's just going to be wasting time. You got to be very quick with it. Another thing about looting is looting boxes, like after you start killing people and they have more things. And this is very important as well, because you have to be very quick with it. You have to move from squad to squad very quickly, otherwise you're never going to get it and you will lose pace. So what I mean by this is you're going to want to, whenever you're looting, just grab the essentials. You know, grab 2 batteries, an armor swap if you need it mid-fight, but for the most part, like after the fight's done, grab 2 batteries, grab ammo, and if there's some attachments in there, grab that, and then gone. Like, you really do not need all this other things. Obviously if there's like a better shield in there, get it, but for the most part you just want to keep it moving. You don't want to be looting for more than 30 seconds or even 20 seconds. Honestly, you just want to be very quick with it. So the next thing I want to talk about is rotations. Obviously you're going to want to be rotating in a logical way. So you could rotate towards edge of zone, but you know, this could be risky because if teams aren't rotating in, you could find yourself at the edge of zone. But for the most part, you just want to rotate towards wherever you hear shots and just move that way very quickly. So basically you're just going to want to be running towards the shots the entire game, and third partying, things like that. So that's the next thing I want to talk about, and that's third partying. And there's definitely a tactic that a lot of people don't know about, but there is a way to get more kills off of a third party. So basically, if you're third partying a squad, and we'll just say that there's just one person left from both squads, right? It's a 1v1, the other 2 people got knocked from each squad. If you come in at that point and kill one person, you will have 1 KP obviously, and that squad will be out of it. But now, since that squad is entirely eliminated from the game, if you kill the downed people, they will count as your kills. And this is a really cool method of getting extra kills, especially on the third parties if people are already down. So you don't have to wait for the res, but the only thing you have to do is not kill the last guy of that squad. Because if you kill the last guy of the squad and you don't thirst his down teammates, they will not count as your kills. So you want to be very careful. You want to kind of avoid the guy who's still up, kill his down teammates, and then kill him, or even let him res if you really want to, you know, play it that way if you're running out of people. So you're definitely going to be getting most of your kills off of third parties, because that's how you hear shots, that's how you figure out how to rotate, and they're the easiest kills to get in the safest way. So the next thing I want to talk about is pace, and what I mean by this is, like, you know, what exactly you're going to need to be at. So what I've found, I've gotten a lot of 20 bombs, and what I've found is basically if you have 6 kills and there are 24 people left, that is like the last call, you know what I mean? Like, if you are not getting it at that point, and the lobby starts dying down like even more than that, you are probably not going to get it. So basically, if you look at the scoreboard and you are doing better, say you have 7 kills, 27 people left, you're on good pace. But basically, if you go below 6 kills, say you have 5 kills with 22 people left, you're not on pace, you probably won't get it. Obviously, this is not always accurate, but for the most part, you know, it's a good way of gauging. If I have 6 kills and 24 people left, that's how I know that I am still on pace. Or if I'm doing any better than that, I know that it is probably going to be a 20 bomb game unless I mess it up. Or obviously sometimes the lobby dies out. Like I said before in the video, I've had lobbies where, you know, I've had like 8 kills off drop. Like a lot of people left and the lobby just starts dying down. It is what it is, and it happens, and you can't avoid it all the time. So the next thing I want to talk about is meta, and this is like meta weapons, meta legends. In my opinion, double close is the best way to get the 20 bomb, because you're going to be like R9 Volt, R9 Mastiff, double R9 even, Volt Mastiff, you know, whatever the case. If you're using these weapons where you can really do a lot of damage and take out squads pretty quickly, you're going to see a lot of success, especially when going for the 20 bomb. And in my opinion, these weapons are all very strong, and you're going to want to use them. So another thing, obviously, is the legends, and I know this is really not in a lot of people's control, because if you're like a caustic main, you know, like the odds are it's just a lot harder for you to get a 20 bomb on caustic than it is for a Wraith or Pathfinder or Horizon, you know, easier legends who have good mobility. So obviously mobility is very important, especially in these bigger maps, with the exception of Olympus, because there are cars. And that's one thing that's another tip I want to give, is if you're going for a 20 bomb, you have to utilize the cars in Olympus. They are a very, very good way of getting across the map, and they're going to help you out a ton, especially if you're on these slower legends like caustic. And the last tip I have for you, and this is possibly the one that will send you guys over the edge and let you be able to finally get the 20 bomb, is getting help from friends or people in the community, or, you know, whoever you find. If you get help while trying to go for the 20 kill badge, you are going to see a lot more success a lot more consistently. So one thing to note about the 20 kill badge is that it's not easy to get, and if your highest kills is only like 10 to like 12 or even lower than that, well, chances are it's going to be very, very difficult for you. And these tips are only going to help you if you've gotten more than, like, you know, 14, 15 kills. If you've gotten in that area, these tips could definitely give you the extra kill boost that you need to get you into that 20 kill range. So like I said before, you know, getting a friend and having them on the same page as you and helping you get the badge is definitely the best way to do it. Oftentimes I've helped people in the past with the 20 kill badge, where I would get right into the enemy's face. I would do as much damage to them. I would call out. Obviously, comms are very important in this situation. You're calling out constantly who's weak, who's one shot, and you just basically serve as a distraction, doing a lot of damage, but never actually getting the kills. So if you can have a friend to come into your game, or someone to help you out with this, because if you really think about it, you know, you've probably played this game and gotten 20 squad kills quite often. It's not a very hard thing to do. So if you just implement a little bit of communication with your teammates and have them help you, and you just basically stack all those 20 squad kills onto one person, it's definitely the easiest way of getting it. So help from your teammates is definitely going to be the biggest tip I can give you guys, and this is definitely going to be the easiest way to get it. If I had to get a 20 kill badge like today, I would definitely try to do it this method, just because it's much more consistent, it's much easier, and it's a lot less stressful. So that's pretty much it. I think that wraps up all the tips for getting the 20 kill badge. I hope this guide helps you guys. I hope you're able to actually get the badge. So that's pretty much it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.